So, something I want to speak on real quick is how everyone's geeked up over this whole Palestine dealio. And it's crazy because most people will be like, oh, this is some conspiracy shit that you're about to say, yada yada. But to truth be told, this Palestine shit's been going on for years. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me. If you've been following me on Instagram, you've seen me post about Palestine and like women being hit upside the head and like little kids like them throwing like grenades in the crowds with little kids and shit and like and coming out bleeding and shit. Like this has been going down for years. And it's crazy because no one was witnessing, no one cared, no one said anything about it until it became something to care about. Niggas was dying over in the Dominican Republic. No one cared. Like, some people said something about it, but once again, these black tourists going over there with money and dying. So, with this being said, it's like, I got a bone to pick with people. Because y'all not paying attention. This Palestine shit been going on for a cool minute. I've known people from Palestine. Like, when I first moved to Sacramento, I think, when I but I think like a year into it, I went to this 8th grade school, and there was a girl from Palestine. She, I think, was a refugee, I want to say. But long story short, she had told me in 8th grade, it's like over a decade ago, at least 11 years ago. But this is like, I'm coming into knowledge about, it was probably like 12 years ago, actually. But she's like, oh yeah, they're in a war right now. Like people are dying. Like it's wild. I'm thinking like, we only know about Iraq and Iran and like not even a lot. We just know very little. I know way more than most because of books and I actually read and research. But what I will say is the fact that let me not get copywritten out here. Watching the Chappelle show, but what was confusing me is how easily. I mean, I've always had this fight with myself for years. Like it's so crazy how uncommon common sense really is. And I kind of live by that quote, and that's probably going to be something you see in my book. But for the most part, what makes this shit even more like crazy is whatever's out there on somebody's headline is what's going to be talked about. And there's been a genocide going on in Congo right now. That's something we should be talking about because that's a fairly new subject. So there's genocide going on in Africa, in the Congo, because they are currently fighting for control over certain areas for metals that we use. A huge metal is gold. I'm pretty sure there are some diamond mines over there as well. But Africa, my home, our home, is being turned into a war zone over valuable material and precious metals that ain't really that valuable after whatever market manipulation. The only thing that holds its value is the gold and whatever else they probably use to make our phones with. That is, to me, way more important. The Palestine situation is very important, but once again, I don't want to talk about that because nobody was hearing me. No one was taking what I was saying serious, but now everyone wants to post about Palestine and this many deaths and this is going on. Wasn't none of y'all doing that. When every single president that was running 4 or 5 years ago, every president that ran, oh, Israel, Israel is our friend or Israel's our ally, yada yada yada. What in the actual fuck? Hold on, let me make sure. I had to make sure it was recording. But my guy, like, I really need to sit and just for a second. Whoever can vibe with this will understand my pain. But it's like it's crazy because they got multiple wars going on right now. So it depends on what you want to focus on. That's the reason why they can, certain shit fades out and then they put something else in your face because you're always wanting to worry about something. You're always wanting to know about something. But they give you something to know and worry about. You're not knowing and worrying about the right shit. So the shit with Israel and everything, they've been pretty much just R-wording the fuck out of Palestine. And it's deeper than what I'm willing to go into on this video. But just know the Arabs had black slaves, the real Arabs, who aren't necessarily black at all. But we don't need to get into that. What we will get into is the simple fact that all this shit going on right now is influenced by certain shit, but it's stuff that was bought. Like niggas were like if you understand what I've been saying about the whole politics and shit, niggas were purchased to worry about Israel when Israel wasn't going through anything ever. These motherfuckers were fucking people up in Palestine and wanted to make people think that they're the victim. Sounds very familiar. Yeah, that's how you know I ain't got no mask on. Is I'm always playing in my eyes. Like the whole shit. But anyway. Yeah, I just need to get this off my chest because it's like, it's so crazy how what they make you focus on. Like, they make things a fucking, like, almost turn things into clout chasing. Like, you not up to par with society if you ain't speaking about this. You're not a regular, a member of society if you ain't speaking on this, or if you're not touching on this, or if you don't bring this up, like, or if you don't avoid talking about this, like, that's also another one. Is like, you ain't a member of society if you speak on certain shit. Like, you're just, who is this? Everyone wants to point the crazy finger at you. Which is why I'm glad I never cared about people's opinions of me. Like, it was a thing when I was really young, but I never decided to sit and just care about what people are deciding to say and think of me. Because I know I haven't been led astray. There was multiple attempts to lead me astray, but yeah, y'all gotta really start paying attention. Like I said, I do care about what's going on in Palestine. I've always cared, but that's not the main issue going on right now. Like, we shouldn't be worried about that. We should be worried about what's going on and what's been going on in Africa. They told y'all about Libya. They was snatching niggas out of Africa and then using them as slaves and keeping them chained up and shit. There's a war going on about that right now. There's like 2 African like presidents or something like that, or Congolese and some type of hierarchy, but There are people out here who are snatching up Asians and French people and white people and are just like, nigga, you're not giving us our people back. We not giving you your people back. Like, there's wars going on that no one is speaking about. So you're going to hear it from me. You can Google it. You'll find it. But I'm not on the vibe or frequency that most of y'all on where you Google one thing and that's it. Yeah, I just been really motivated to say something, and I figured I'd start with this. I got time, just smoke, feeling good. I had a workout today. Shit every day, but it's like sometimes I work out 2-3 times a day, and I just need a break. But yeah, so this is what's going on. Focus on yourself, love yourselves, but know that when the media in America is telling you to look at something, there's something else they don't want you to look at. So I advise you all to start doing more digging and to stop taking shit for surface or face value. All right? Get it, got it, doubt it.